Hola, bon dia, and welcome to this week's video. This week Steve does some fencing just around the patio area, tidy things up a little bit. We do some more work in Ellie-rose's cottage. I've also got a recipe for you, and Steve puts the hot tub up because it's been very hot, but he just gets the hot tub up just in time for all the rain and the thunderstorms. So watch along and see what else we've been up to this week.
So when we went to Castello the other day and was looking around for some stuff, we bought some of this like wicker fencing. So what we're going to do is put it along the side of the patio here. I'll show you better in a second. So we put that along the side of the patio here where the old tin sheet was, and we're going to try and fasten it onto some battens. The problem I'm having at the moment is the thought of how I'm going to hold it in the middle to stop it flying about. So what I'm going to try and do is knock a peg right down into this, same height as the fence, and then fasten it from the other side. So we'll see how we do there. So as normal, one job seems to get in the way of another. So we've just had a delivery of some more of the Britta, small Britta, but it's blocking the driveway now, so I'll have to move some. So one of the other things we got when we went to Castello was a new barrier as well. So just while I have a little break while I'm moving stone, I'm just going back to fitting these. Drill the hole, putting a roll plug in and just tapping it in. Tapping, one size fits all hammer. Go on. Go on. Are you cooking to watch? Hey? Let's see what I'm doing. Am I doing it right? So that's both lats fitted. I'm going to see if I can fasten to both of them, and then I'm going to put a middle one in, if possible, just hammer it in. So I'm just using some screws and some washers like that just to hold it on. Put it as tight as I can, really. Debbie didn't want it right down to the floor here because she wanted the height. And it was a choice of either a metre or 1.5 metres, and 1.5 metres would sort of block the view a little bit, so putting it up here gives us a little bit best of both worlds, really. It actually just stretched out a bit more than what I thought it was going to do. So it's just about somewhere near level. I think the ground will be so hard, but I'd like to just tap something like that through if I could. That actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to do. I'll just wrap a couple of cable ties around that, and that should support the wind blowing this way or that way. Job done. So then I've just put in 2 cable ties around just to hold it against the post, really, stop it flapping. I'll just turn them sideways and cut them off. There she goes. Debbie wanted it up here so that you didn't see as much of the stuff behind what's under the shed, so it made it look a little bit tidier, but it's full of holes, you can see straight through it anyway, so still it looks better.
So that's the thyme and the rosemary dried, and I'm now going to take it off the stalks and pop it into the little storage jars. So I've just taken the rosemary out of the area. I'm just going to gently pull off the little tiny leaves, sprigs. That's going to take some time. One of our subscribers, Liz, has mentioned that what she does with the stalks is uses them for barbecuing to put chicken and pork on. She said it makes the meat very tasty. But my plant's only very young, it's grown this year from seed, so as you can see the stem's not very thick. But I think when I cut it back at the end of the season and it grows next year, it'll grow some thicker stems. So that's the rosemary I've taken off the stalks. but it doesn't feel 100% dry. So I'm going to pop it on a piece of kitchen roll and pop it back in the air for a little bit longer. So there we have the thyme. And I'm going to do the same with this. It's going to be a painstaking operation. If anybody knows any quicker ways of doing this, please let me know. So I'm just going to take it a stalk at a time and just try and pull off the leaves. This is much drier than the rosemary, I must say. So I found with the thyme, the easiest way is to hold them by the very tip, the head, and then just gently run your fingers down them. And then they just all come off. So I have the jar and I'm just going to pop this in there. And that's just about made a full jar. So that'll be good for the winter time, because I'll just continue now to use it fresh from the plant, and as I say, save that for winter time. So this is my healthy version of, or as healthy as it can be, of a cheesecake. So first of all, I've got ginger biscuits in here, and I've just crushed them up using a rolling pin. I'm not going to add butter to it like you would a normal cheesecake, because I'm going to save on the calories. When I actually put the topping on, that should help to hold the crumb mixture together. I'm just going to spread that evenly over the base. So that's what it looks like. So the next step is I'm going to use some natural Greek yogurt. I don't measure anything out for this recipe. You just kind of do it to your own taste. I've got some light, the equivalent of Philadelphia cheese. It's Cottage Fresco here. I've got some quark, and I've got some creme fraiche. The creme fraiche is important, but you can use any combination of the other three. So that's the yogurt, the cream cheese, and the quark. So I'm going to have 3 good tablespoons of the Greek yogurt. going to put a dessert spoonful of the cream cheese in. This creme fraiche makes it really creamy. So I'm going to have a good couple of dollops. Might as well use all that up actually, of the creme fraiche. I've already cut up into reasonably small sized pieces some strawberries fresh from the garden. The honey's local Fundau honey. I believe it's from the beekeepers here in the village where we live. So I'm going to pop a good tablespoon of that in. You can use sugar, you can use brown sugar, you can use... Thanks Alfie, that's Alfie telling me it's nearly tea time. Rattling his dish. Yeah, you can use brown sugar, you can use white sugar, you can use a sweetener. Whatever you choose. I've gone off the sweeteners. I don't think they're very good for you. And then I'm just going to give that a really good mix round. I'm just going to get a plastic spoon. Now give it a good beating. Get all that honey and all those different cheeses all well mixed together. I wouldn't call it a diet version, I'd just call it a healthier version. So I'm just going to leave a few strawberries out to put on the top, pop the rest in there, give it a good mix. You can use nuts, you can use seeds, anything like that. And then I'm just going to pour it over the top. Ooh, there is quite a lot of mixture here. Clear that bit up. And then I should have saved all the nice shaped ones really, shouldn't I? But I kind of know now what our taste is, but the best thing to do is to just taste what you've mixed and see if it's to your liking, and you'll find out whether you need it more cheesy, more creamy, whether you want more honey in it. And that's it. So I'm just going to pop that in the fridge now to chill so it'll firm up a little bit before tea. And I'll show you that perhaps when I've cut into it.
So we're back to Ellie-rose's this morning. Just got a bit of chipping off around the edges of the walls to do. Where the bricks are joined into the wall at the right hand side as you're looking at it. Bit on the roof and a couple of bits on the floor, and then we'll have a big tidy up, get it all cleaned out, ready for filling the gaps in on the floor and rendering around the ceiling area, which will probably be a tomorrow's job. I've got a couple of other little jobs on today, so we'll just get this lot out, chipped out, ready and tidied up. We just need this chipping back, some of this block out, just so we can get some rendering there. Ceiling wants some bits and bobs chipping out across there, and some down there and a bit on the floor. Just tidy up, shouldn't take too long, and then we can get tidied up in here. So I don't want the camera in here while I'm chipping out and what have you. It gets a bit dusty and what have you, so I'll get my eye protection, my face mask and things on, and I'll get on with that and I'll show you when I've done. So that's all the remaining bits of concrete and what have you chipped off down through the floor. So what we'll do next when we come in here is render these in. We've got this door to take off and brick up as well. And obviously a good clean up all round. And then we'll build some sort of wall here for separating the bedroom from the bathroom. We were just looking at the floor earlier as well, and we think it's going to need levelling. We think that side's lower than this side, and it seems to slope to the back of the building as well, so I'll get me level out at some point and check that, because we're not quite ready for it yet, but yeah, it's something else to add to the list.
So today Steve's levelling off this part of the gravelled area, and he's installing some green bricks and then levelling it with quinta, ready for the hot tub.
I can now.
I think Alfie and Dottie have come out to supervise.
Need another row in here.
He's just choosing the better ones.
Sorry?
Said you're just choosing the better ones. Kind of linking.
That'll be level up when I put some more in. That's going to be too low.
Yeah, we might have to put some more gravel in, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to get very hot over the next few days. So Steve's going to put the hot tub up, which as you know we use as a dipping pool. Get it filled, and then the heat from the sun should just take the chill off the water. So that'll be really nice.
So you can probably see I've got the foam padding down on top of the gravel and the green stone traps. So we've got that fairly level, and we're just filling the tub up at the moment. We're about half full now. It's been running about 15 minutes, something like that, but I had it on low because I've got some other things to do while it's filling.
Local festa in our village. It's in honour of St John, I believe, and it's all about sardines. So we've had a lovely supper, cooked on the barbecues, cook your own food. It's been a great event as usual. And last week I did ask if any of you had any ideas about naming our quinta, because it doesn't have a name. We got loads of lovely suggestions. Sam and Pedro gave us a great list of names, which was great. So you'll have to excuse my pronunciation because my Portuguese is far from perfect, but we got Quinta de Sossego, which is Farm of Peace and Quiet. We got Quinta do Sol, which is Quinta of the Sun. Quinta de Alegria, which is Quinta of Joy. Quinta de Boa Vida, Farm of Good Life. Somebody else suggested Quinta of Peace and Quiet, the Sossego. Quinta dos Ingleses, so Farm of the English. Portugaldreamzzz, spelt with how we spell our YouTube channel. Quinta do Sol, Farm from the Sun. Quinta of Portuguese Sonho, which is Farm of Portuguese Dreams. Quinta de Cabra, Farm of the Goats. Quinta Rosa, which is the rose. Again, Quinta Dreams, spelt with 3 Z's. Tranquilidade, da Quinta, Farm of Tranquility. Quinta Feliz, Happy Farm. And again we got Quinta dos Sonhos, Farm of Dreams. So we've all discussed those as a family, and we've got some favourites we'd like to share with you. So we like the Peace and Quiet, Sossego, if I'm saying that right. We like Quinta of Joy, which is da Alegria. And we also like Quinta of Portuguese Sonho, which is the Portuguese Dreams one, spelt in Portuguese. So we're just going to have another chat about that, and we're going to let you know next week exactly what we decide. But it won't be written in stone, because we've then got to go down to our local post office and make sure nobody else in the village has that name, and then we should be able to register it. So we'll keep you updated, and we'll let you know our final decision next week. So that's all for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. It's great now that we're getting along with Ellie-rose's cottage. I'm quite excited about that, and so is she. If you've liked this video, please give us a like, thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget to follow the links below for Instagram and Facebook, where I try my best to do regular updates on there. So that's it for this week, and we'll see you next week. Bye!